And welcome to another video of Legends. And this is part 3. It's kind of interesting to say the least to see this well, story unfold, you could say. It seems like the last time Raiders end up winning the freaking Super Bowl, gets the they literally destroyed the Panthers. The Panthers have still yet to get a Super Bowl ring. So I want to relook at their current NFL roster. And this is what the roster's looking like. So, apparently, out of nowhere, they just gotten a, I don't know, franchise QB in the draft, which is crazy to me. They also ended up having another franchise QB on a contract as well. The receiving corps isn't that great. Isn't terrible. The O-line also isn't terrible. Defensively, you still have your boy Max Crosby. They have a terrible linebacking core. They have a very good secondary. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this team is going to play with, well, one, they don't have a single, even above a 70 overall linebacker. They also only have really 3 good passing targets. And they have 2 franchise QBs. It's funny to think about, but it's true. They have 2 franchise QBs. 2 of them. Freaking 2 of them. Oh, someone's on the chat? Honestly, I didn't even know there was someone in the chat. I'm not going to lie to you. But yeah, welcome to the chat, honestly. You know, just doing something that we haven't did in a while. I mean, when's the last time we did this? Like 11 days ago? That's kind of how long it's been. But, that's whatever. But at least we start the series again. Alright, so we have simulated, and let's see here. Who made it to the Super Bowl? And it was the Giants versus the Titans. This would be interesting. So, the Giants legends were Eli Manning and LT, Lawrence Taylor. Then the Titans was CJ2K, Roger McCreary has Superstar X Factor. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Giants, they're a 91 overall. Like, that, enough said. They're the team that's going to win. Super Bowl 64! That's how far we've been in simulation. That's kind of funny to think about, but... Let's see how my full prediction team looking like. So another team that ended up actually drafting a quarterback and developing him. Just a little reminder. They ended up also getting out of nowhere just a generational running back talent. Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that. Their O-line is amazing with 2 generational tackles, with 3 amazing tight ends, 4 above 76 overall wide receivers, and then you have a defense that has Lawrence Taylor, Brian Urlacher, 1 shutdown corner, Dexter Lawrence, Dalen Petrie, who's a good safety. Like, this is a scary looking defense. This is a very, very scary looking defense for the New York Giants. So the top 3 with, dev upgrades are Dexter Lawrence, Lawrence Taylor, and Larry Fitzgerald versus Roger McCreary, Mitch Allen, and Dan Marino. I don't know how in the world Roger McCreary has Superstar X Factor, but whatever. Like, imagine a universe that Roger McCreary is like a shutdown corner. That must be crazy. And I'm not saying that's crazy by any means. I think that can happen in real life. But that's not my fault that, I don't know, something else happened. What? So yeah, we're going to simulate through the game. So apparently this is taking place in San Francisco. Interesting. But we're going to simulate it, see how it goes, I guess. But yeah. So far it is 7-0. 7-3. Now it's 14-3. 14-10. 21-10. 28-10. Oh, this is looking like a blowout. Yep, this is about to be a blowout. Never mind. They make it close at the end, but it turns out to just be 35-17. Giants end up winning the Super Bowl, while Tennessee has still yet to win a Super Bowl, I think, unless they won in simulation, which I don't think they have. But yeah, I also wonder, how is the Raiders this year? Because I didn't get the chance to look because I was a little too focused on the, the entire draft thing. So I'll look and see how the record was. I also want to look at the stats and stuff. Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald is the MVP. Literally. I just want to make the game slightly longer because it's just like stuff like that happens and they get a good chance to come back. So there are 3 New York Giants MVPs, which are Drew Hossick with the MVP and Super Bowl MVP, and then Josh Mornick for Coach MVP. So they also give the Offensive Player of the Year, and I think it's been a while since, well, I don't think this has ever happened before, but Lamar Jackson wins Offensive MVP. I didn't even know he was in the league still. Literally. Reggie White ended up being Defensive MVP. Carl Grimes, a receiver from the Chiefs, ends up winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. Charles Hargrave is Defensive Rookie of the Year. So one thing I want to check before we go look at like the stats and stuff. How good was the Raiders this year? 10-7. So they ended up making it to the playoffs, but not good enough to make it to the Super Bowl. Which, again, made sense. Like, they had nobody at linebacker. Like, did they get eliminated? Yep, they got eliminated first round. That's not honestly a surprise either. That's kind of just my opinion. But, yeah, Drew Huskowitz had a crazy year with Joe Burrow right there, but he just had, like, slightly more interceptions. Jonathan Taylor had the rushing title. Kenneth Walker apparently is now a franchise beast, as well as Cam Akers apparently. But what is interesting is that CJ2K, and I'm pretty sure we've seen this a lot now. But yeah, like, look at this. He went, just completely ignore these 2 seasons real quick. He had 2 really beast seasons, dropped down significantly, rised up a little bit, and went down a little bit, and up slightly, and then just had a better season in a while, so that's interesting. Receiving, Jamar Chase at the receiving title, Jacoby Myers was one of them up there, Larry Fitzgerald was even up there. Nobody had not allowed a single sack. Most tackles goes to Myles Garrett. Most tackles for loss goes to DeAndre Payne. And 29 sacks for Reggie White. No one was really that close outside of Lawrence Taylor, who had 23. And as well as Dexter Lawrence, who had 22. Then 5 interceptions for players like Denzel Ward, Derwin James, and Flint Warner. And this team had the #1 offense. And the #1 overall defense. So I wonder why they won the Super Bowl. Like, they had a very perfect season. I mean, obviously, they didn't win 17-0, of course, but you kind of get what I mean. But what I am going to do is increase the time in the Super Bowl by just like 2 minutes each quarter. So, total, technically 8 minutes. So, yeah. So, again, we're going to simulate through the draft. Not technically, actually, we're going to just simulate through majority of the all-season and see what happens. We'll be in 2030. This would be a year where I would be in the NFL if I decided to go for that route, which I don't see that ever happening, unfortunately. I just don't see that happening, honestly. I mean, I'm not really expecting any big, crazy free agents being available. Because of the factor of, well, I just don't see it quite happening, you know? And also, I wonder how the league would be if there was so much talent like this. Like, I really would wonder. Like, it's all, like the bad teams that just are, well, bad. So, we're gonna check free agency recap. And see what happened. So, we had a couple Hall of Famers, funny enough. John Elway and William Sapp. John Elway goes to the 49ers, while William Sapp ended up going to the LA Chargers. Vontae Williams goes to the Kansas City Chiefs. Justin Herbert goes to Houston. Greg Newsome goes to Indianapolis. Trayvon Walker goes to Cincinnati. Najee Harris goes to Buffalo. Kyle Hamilton goes to Jacksonville. Jalen Hurts goes to Tampa Bay. Drew Hosklin, who was the MVP, ends up going to the Vikings. Kyler Murray goes to Texans. So the Texans have 2 franchise QBs. 2 of them. Okay. Isaiah Simmons goes to Miami. Dunn Lynch goes to Washington. But yeah, nothing like crazy. Roquan Smith is still a free agent. Imagine the reality where Roquan Smith is 34 years old. Imagine. So, the Giants apparently just let go their Hall of Fame quarterback. Okay. For Alex Rahoma. I don't know what world we're in, but yeah, this O-line is like, I mean, their team is kind of normal still. Like, their team is like, really hasn't changed. Oh, they have Bruce Smith apparently. I didn't even know that they even had Bruce Smith. But, I mean, their defense is still freaking insane. While their offense is still electrifying, but it's just like they don't have a true franchise QB, which I think is what is going to hurt the Campbell's back, I would say. But I want to see, did they make any interesting free agency moves? I'm just curious. They went and got Will Hill. So pretty much like death pieces. Desmond Ridder is a 61 overall. As a 31-year-old. Yeah, that's how far we went into the future. But yeah, this team, I'm not going to be that surprised if this team would be a team that would go to the Super Bowl, in my personal opinion. I just wanted to check if my mic was on, because I didn't want to just go through this entire time not having my mic on. Because that would not be fun. At all. But, like, I don't really see them going back to the Super Bowl. Honestly, I think they might make a run to the championship, but not really the Super Bowl, because, like, they just do not have that franchise QB to getting them to the Super Bowl. Like, they had an 85, 86 overall. That was totally fine, because, like, you had good building blocks around it. I mean, again, they still have good building blocks around it anyway. But they don't have a true, like, number one, like, they don't really have that QB. Like, they don't have it. which is kind of unfortunate to say the least, but it's just the facts. Like, they don't have a true pass rusher and stuff. Yeah, my phone is so weird. Now I need to take a shower. That's probably going to be one goal when I'm done recording. Is going to go and take a shower. Pretty freaking badly. But, yeah. And also, like, the part that's going to be interesting is, at the end of the day, we'll be seeing if there is any potential franchise-breaking records and stuff. There probably will be. I won't be too surprised if some players did end up breaking records, or even broke their records before, but yeah. So there are still a couple more things in this series. Again, I do have this planned for Madden 24. I would love to do this in Madden 24 as well. Because, well, one, you get the interesting part of seeing all the new teams and stuff, having their respectable free agents and stuff. And then you got these NFL legends just come out of nowhere and just help every franchise team. So, yeah. I just wonder, I think Dan Marino probably won like one Super Bowl or something, but I don't remember if he did end up winning the Super Bowl. Because obviously we saw him with Tennessee and didn't win a Super Bowl, but it's going to be interesting. Like, I'm really curious to see like, who's going to go to the Super Bowl this year. I mean, I don't see New York going to the Super Bowl, but, I mean, they definitely can. Like, their defense is, like, freaking the best. Their offense is still really good, despite what they poor QB as their quarterback. But, yeah. I'm also sorry with the mic issue, because I just wanted to move it over here, you know? And I also need to turn my volume up. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Is this better? There? Yeah, I guess it's slightly better. But it's kind of unfortunate. I lost my mic, my headset, and it was very annoying. Like, I didn't lose my headset, I just somehow just got broken. I don't know how, but it just did. And I'm honestly pretty pissed off, not gonna lie. If I get it from Easter, I'm not gonna complain, because I would like to have a headset, not gonna lie. But it's kind of just my opinion. Alright, you're about to be in the Super Bowl. Let's see who's in the Super Bowl. We got Giants and Chiefs. So funny enough, there has not been, and this is kind of funny, not a single team that has won back-to-back Super Bowls so far in simulation. And New York Giants have that opportunity, and now all they gotta do is beat the Chiefs, which are, by the way, 7 overalls lower than this team. 7. Like, I think there was, the Lions, who were the first team to make it back-to-back Super Bowls, but they didn't win a Super Bowl. So, yeah. And it's funny how Roquan Smith won Super Bowl MVP, and now he's like a veteran, and now he's like about to retire. It's still funny to think about. But let's see here. So Joe Nana, I think this is like the third time that he broke the passing record, or the having the most passing yards. I swear. Patty Mahomes is still in the league, despite he is 34 years old now. Joe Burrow, you know, he's still in there fighting for that title, despite now I'm pretty sure in his 30s. Yep, he is 1 year younger than Patrick Mahomes. That's crazy to think about. Josh Jacobs had the rushing title again. Jonathan Taylor was close to having a back-to-back. Jamar Chase had the receiving title again, but Garrett Wilson, he might be that best receiver. Look, if he could just produce a season like this, he might be having that receiving title again. Again, everybody allowed at least a sack this year. Quincy Sims had the most tackles. Calais Campbell had the most tackles for loss. While Lawrence Taylor, and this is probably been the biggest drop in terms of like how many sacks of the leading sack record. Lawrence Taylor ended up with 20. Dropped significantly from last year. Jarius Sneed had 6 interceptions, while Andrews Brewer and Patrick Surtain both had 5 interceptions. Yeah, Josh Morton is about to have a Hall of Fame trajectory head coach. Like, I'm not even kidding. This guy is now above Frank Reich, Kyle Shanahan, Kevin Stefanski. Like, he's above a lot of head coaches. And that's pretty freaking crazy. So, yeah, we're gonna simulate through the game. Honestly, I'm gonna stick with the Giants. I think the Giants will win a Super Bowl here. Now, top threes are Kareem Hunt, Patrick Mahomes, and Mecole Hardman. And again, same thing for the Giants. I'm honestly gonna be a little pissed if the Giants win. Obviously, I hate the Chiefs as well, but I also don't want to see the Giants win again. So the Giants might be building a dynasty here. I mean, really. Like, if they win this Super Bowl, they might be a dynasty team. And that's kind of scary for all 31 teams. Especially the teams in their division. But, obviously, I think maybe their quarterback play might slow them down. But, who knows, honestly. So, we are in, I think, the Raiders. Yeah, they're in the Raiders, I think, stadium here. So, in Las Vegas. We're in Las Vegas. So, oh, Chiefs? Okay. Oh, but the Giants obviously pulled back. Again, it's going to be a very interesting matchup because, like, this team has the overall advantage, but the Chiefs have the better quarterback advantage. So it's going to be interesting. 16-24. And Chiefs win a very low-score game, Super Bowl, 24-16. So at least we don't have to see the Giants win 2 Super Bowls in a row, at least. But there's, like, I think it's our 3rd or 4th one I got wrong. But again, it's like the poor QB play was the thing that was holding them back. Was that poor QB play. I like that they just had a different quarterback under center. It would have been such a different story. And also, thank God Andy Reid is not in the league anymore. Because, for the love of God, that would not happen in real life. But, whatever. John Morton, you have lost a Super Bowl. So, season recap. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs win their 4th ring. Patrick Mahomes wins MVP. Brian Dable wins coach MVP with the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know how this is reality, but whatever. Josh Jacobs wins offensive MVP again. So it's been like the 4th time in simulation. Crazy. Reggie White wins defensive MVP. Ben Winfield wins offensive rookie of the year. And Davian Donald wins defensive rookie of the year. But again, like, I just think it was because they had just such a better quarterback than the Giants. Like, look, they had a 79 overall quarterback. That's gonna held you back pretty freaking hard. Like, I wonder why he won the Super Bowl last year, because he actually had a franchise QB. I wonder why. Also, Kayvon Thibodeau was injured. Okay, that's a little upsetting. Brian Urlacher has 10 points upgraded, but he has 99 everything. Also, Lawrence Taylor was injured, so I wonder why this team didn't make it to the Super Bowl. Oh, wait, never mind. He did. He was not injured. Whoops. But, is the Chiefs' second time winning a Super Bowl? I think it is. Right? In this, yeah, they have. Because they won it back in 2026. Or I should say 2026. Oh, I already said that already. But yeah, that is still crazy to believe that they actually, I think Andy Reid was with them before. So now they have it completely. Oh, they have Matt Eberflus as their head coach. That's interesting. So let me just look at the roster. Again, the roster is worse than the Giants. But again, what gave them the advantage was just that they had such a better quarterback. They also had apparently 2 beast running backs, a beast defensive line, a beast receiving core, and their defense is pretty much led by their front 7, and also Trent McDuffie. So, yeah, but in the most interesting part about this is that they have a lot of cap space still available. They had 89.7. Oof. Oof. So this team has won 3 rings with Patrick Mahomes. That's crazy to think about, but I mean, that could totally happen now. All you gotta do is just win one more Super Bowl. Which, again, that could totally happen. I wouldn't be too surprised if that does happen. I wouldn't be that surprised whatsoever. But what I'm just curious about is, what are they going to do with their money? Is the most curious part. Are they going to go spend it on a ton of free agents, or are they going to sign their free agents that they have? What are they going to do? Apparently, they signed at $85.4 million. I'm pretty sure I also have everything on auto, so I don't know why I would have any issues at the moment. And also, what I wish there was auto trades. That's something I would love to see in real life. It's just or in Madden, it just has auto trades and stuff. But Michael Vick, Patrick Surtain, both Hall of Fame. It's Patrick Surtain second. Whoops. Michael Vick is now with the Las Vegas Raiders. Patrick Surtain is now with the Detroit Lions. Josh Allen goes to LA. Saquon Barkley goes to the Philadelphia Eagles. Apparently, just this generational left guard goes to the Cowboys. Johnny Carter goes to LA. Yeah. The Giants fell apart, apparently. Evan Neal is now gone. Derek Brown goes to the Detroit Lions. Teddy Bash now goes to Houston. Houston has pretty much everybody. Cedric Rose goes to LA, but Brian Robertson goes to K-City. Kyler Murray, who used to be with Houston for some reason, is now with Denver. So he's going to be like Peyton Manning, so he wins the Super Bowl. And John Franklin Myers is still available free agent. And Tariq Woolen is an 82 overall, as a 32-year-old. crazy. This team can definitely be a team that will go to the Super Bowl again. I wouldn't be that surprised if they did. But I also wouldn't be too surprised if this team just makes it to the playoffs and then lose. I'm not going to be that surprised. We're in 2031. Dang. And we're going to start having people retire. Like those Hall of Fame players are about to retire soon. So it makes this very interesting. I also wonder if Patty Mahomes retired or not. I feel like he did. But, I mean, I could be wrong. But, who knows? And I also wonder, will they draft their franchise QB of the future? Who knows, honestly. And, yeah, they didn't draft the franchise. They have 4 above 78 overall running backs. I don't know why, but apparently Matt Eberflus is obsessed with having 4 beast running backs. Again, I don't know. Denzel Ward is now an 82 overall. What reality are we in? To be fair, I do not know. I just want to see, like, who retired this year. Yeah, like, people... Oh, I mean by retire. Please, position change. Player edit. Practice squad. Sign, resign, franchise tag, traded. Wait, people are getting traded? What? Oh, there you go, retired. Yeah, Jared Goff is retired. Evan Ingram is retired. Jermel Dean is retired. You know what's unfortunate is that all these 3 players retired, not even on a football team. Now that's kind of sad. Jerry Sneedos retired, not even on a football team. Nick Chubb retired, not even on a football team. I don't ever see that happening, but apparently it just happened. Haji Harris retired without a team. Clay Clark doesn't retire. Joey Bosa, just like... It's so crazy to see that stuff happen. But the part that I'm interested in is anybody broke career records? That's what I'm interested about. So Tom Brady still has the passing record, and it doesn't even seem like anybody's even close. But Dan Marino, I don't know, honestly. It's very interesting. I don't think anybody's even close. No one's even close to the passing touchdowns. Oh, wait. Dak Prescott, I'm at the Stafford for some reason. Josh Jacobs is about 1,000 yards away from breaking the rushing record, which is Evan Smith, if you guys don't know. And he's shattered the record in rushing touchdowns and being the first running back to get over 200 rushing touchdowns. Jerry Rice still has the receiving yard record, but DeAndre Hopkins is getting up there, and they beat the Larry Fitzgerald one. Like Evans, Stephon Diggs, they were close, but I think they retired. Terrell Owens, Tyreek Hill, yeah, I think a lot of these players didn't end up retiring. Jerry Rice, again, he has the receiving record. I don't know, like, who's who. Again, DeAndre Hopkins was there. Catches is also Jerry Rice, but Fitz was pretty frick close. Myles Garrett has the most sacks and the only player currently who has over 200 sacks. And Reggie White is close to the actual Reggie White's record. INTs, Paul Kershaw still has the record, but I'm not even expecting anybody to break that because it's very hard to get interceptions in this game. But yeah, so it's like the only player that has actually broken a current record is Josh Jacobs. And apparently, Josh Jacobs in this NFL reality is has apparently been
the best player and a running back in history. I really confused. In that matter, but yeah.